Let's hear about Lady Gaga.
It's not gay, it's Gaga. Radio Gaga, radio goo goo. Papa.
What's
Paparazzi.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gary Motykie, and I'm a board certified Beverly Hills plastic surgeon. And today we're going to go over Lady Gaga. You know, she's a pop icon. She's been around for a while. She's really known for her kind of eclectic and wild wardrobe, hairstyles, makeup. She's definitely had a lot of different looks throughout her career. So it's interesting, I think, to go through and see part of this look plastic surgery, is part of this look not plastic surgery. And there's a lot of rumors and a lot of things out there and talk about different roles she's played. So we're going to go through a little bit of her different looks and find out, or at least give an opinion on whether we think she's had plastic surgery. So one thing I think about Lady Gaga, like some other pop icons, actresses, she has very distinguishing features. She has very strong features. Those sort of people fall into that category. They have a hard time changing a lot of those features because people will pick up on it right away. So she has a rather unique look to her face. You know, a stronger nose, and the other features are the sloping back forehead, the chin back a little bit. So it gives her a different look. And I think if she went and drastically changed anything, people would pick on it like right away. So I think that as we move through this, we'll point out some things that I think are subtly changed, but I don't see anything super dramatic as far as change to her look. I do want to comment that throughout her career, everybody's pretty well aware, if you know her, that she also has gone through fluctuations in weight, different looks, and those things also, like I say, when people gain weight in the body, they gain weight in the face, and we have seen those changes throughout her career as well, but obviously not due to plastic surgery, but just some weight fluctuations and change in her lifestyle. So if we take a look at Lady Gaga when she was a little bit earlier in her career, she had a little bit different look, but again, she had those defining characteristics, and mostly that she had a rather strong nose. It gave her a little bit of a masculine look, and I think people picked up on that and used to critique her on her looks. But I think overall, with her style and the way that she wore her hair, the way she wore makeup, she was always trying to play with different things to either accentuate those features or mask those features. Then as we see her progress in her career, we can see that she's trying to lengthen the forehead, add things to her face, slight touches, maybe fillers, different things to the lips and cheeks, and playing around with different things to try and balance those features a little bit better. That way the nose would become less of a focal point. And sometimes people mistake that for surgery, but I think a lot of it was just her playing with different styles, different makeup, different wigs. And like I said, I still think there was a touch of fillers and different things going on in her face. There was a lot of talk about when she was in A Star Is Born, because at that point she maybe done a little too much filler in the face. So people really picked up on it. Her face went from kind of that longer face with the really prominent nose to a little bit wider face with a more heart shape to the cheeks. And I think that did change her look a little bit. Then as we see her progress, then we see some of the facial fillers absorb in her face kind of go back to normal. Again, people are like, well, did she change again? But I don't think those things were necessarily done by surgery. I just think that, again, there were changes in fillers and weight and wardrobe and wigs. And she's very good at it. She can change her look quite drastically just by altering those other things. I do think that there's a possibility that her chin or her jaw is a little bit stronger or more projected in her profile view. And maybe even slightly in the front view. That's a smart move because most people don't realize how much the chin balance with the nose can affect how prominent the nose looks. She did gain some more strength in the chin, so it's a little suspicious either for a chin implant or some chin fillers to kind of balance out that profile. And it's a great way to do it because when you lengthen that chin, it's going to make the nose look smaller. So a lot of people think, oh, she had a rhinoplasty, when in actuality it's just the chin or the jaw that's gotten a little bit stronger. And I think that did help balance her face, whatever she did there. But again, I think people were picking up on that her face is looking more in proportion and balance. Did the nose get smaller, or did the chin and jaw get a little bit stronger? And I think it's more of the latter. And again, I think as you see her moving through her career, she's definitely put fillers in the lips, probably done standard skincare and Botox and other little alterations. But I don't think she did a rhinoplasty. Again, there may be photos out there, like I said, that have been touched up or changed, but when you see her in video or live, you notice that the nose is still very strong and still present. So I don't think it's been altered surgically. She probably didn't do exactly for that reason, but helped her was changing that hairstyle and getting rid of the bangs because when we're looking at the thirds of the face, when she really shortened that, and this wasn't as powerful, it made the nose stand out, but when she started to strengthen the jaw and the brow and open this up, again, now the thirds of the face became much more balanced. Comes across as more attractive, more beautiful. So I think that was a good move for her, playing with those different hairstyles, getting rid of the bangs, balancing the face better. So I think all those things started to work in her favor. Even increasing the lip volume a little bit, I think, is a good move to balance out those features. If she did have surgery on the nose, what would she look like? And I have fun sometimes to play with, imaging to show people what somebody might look like if they had actually done a rhinoplasty. So we're going to show you a picture of that. And I think then you can see the difference, the nostrils coming in, the bridge softening, the tip coming in, the cleft going away. So all those things, again, are more telltale signs of rhinoplasty, whereas I don't see all those changes in her in real life. Has Lady Gaga had plastic surgery? I think she was mostly born this way. I think that she has done some minor little tweaks along the way, hairstyling, makeup, fillers, maybe a little bit, like I said, surgery in the chin area, but I don't think she's had major overhaul and major plastic surgery. And I think she maintained her kind of distinctive, unique look, and I think that's good for her because that's Lady Gaga. I don't think she minds that look, and she embraces it, and she really flourishes in that look. So I think she should maintain it, and she's doing a great job with that. And I think that that's going to, in the end, serve her very well.
I don't know if you were following Lady Gaga back in the day, the beginning of her career, but there was a lot of talk about her potentially being a hermaphrodite. Those rumors, I think, have since been dispelled, and the media landscape has just totally changed. But do you think that her facial features are what contributed to those type of rumors? Is her nose more traditionally masculine?
That's a very leading question. It's windy at the top, there's a lot of critics and haters when you're in the public eye and everybody's is looking at you and critiquing you, but I think the hermaphrodite stuff, like I said, she has very strong distinguishing features that come across sometimes a little bit masculine, right? So people that are looking for things to pick on somebody or look at their look may have thought that. I like what she said.
You had a male appendage, that you were a hermaphrodite, and you joked about it on the stage last night.
Maybe I do.
But it's interesting.
Would it be so terrible?
But it's interesting, a lot of artists would immediately put out some sort of a statement saying this is absolutely not true. You have fun with it.
Why the hell am I going to waste my time and give a press release about whether or not I have a penis? My fans don't care, and neither do I.
Whether she's a hermaphrodite, gay, straight, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're a fan and you like her music, it doesn't really matter what she is or, isn't. I do think that what led people down that path was those really strong features, particularly the strong nose. It's a little more Romanesque and sort of masculine. So when people pick up on that, whether subliminally or just looking at it, they start to think, oh, she has a little bit more masculine features. Is she or is she not? But I don't think she is.
It's actually kind of admirable that she didn't acquiesce to the public's perception of what she needed to change, because we see that with a lot of celebrities these days.
Yeah, and I think it's a smart move on her part, again, because when you have one of those distinguishing features and you take it away, it can almost ruin you. It can change her from Lady Gaga just to another person that looks like everybody else, right? So I think whether she wanted to change it or not, I think it would be difficult for some of these, actors and musicians that have this particular look. If you go and change it too drastically, you're no longer Lady Gaga, you're somebody else.
She's like on her press tour right now for the Gucci movie. And I've noticed her lips seem significantly larger or fuller than they have in the past. And I know that she went on the record and said that she went through a period of time that she was addicted to facial fillers or facial injections. But long term, like right now, she has, let's say, 2 or 3 syringes of filler in her lips. Over the course of time, will she return to her
Born this way?
Born this way face? Yeah.
I mean, that's the interesting about fillers. I mean, they've been around for a while, but not like decades and decades, right? So there's still a learning curve there. I do think that some people that do repetitive injections of fillers and fillers and fillers, they do develop a little bit of scar tissue or a little bit of long-lasting filler. I mean, theoretically, she could just dissolve it and it would go back almost to normal, and that's one of the advantages of fillers. But I don't like when people overdo it, because then you can have some lasting effects with stretching the skin and maybe scar tissue, things like that. So it's a plus and a minus for those people that want to do, don't have to do fillers because it's stuck around a lot longer, they like that. But if they want to go backwards, then it's a little more difficult. You could still try and inject the hyaluronidase or the enzymes and dissolve things, but you have to be careful with that because if you inject too much, it can actually dissolve some of your own collagen. So, people have to know that, oh, well, if I put too much, I can just dissolve it. Well, there are some drawbacks to doing that.